Record. So we're going to have a look today. Jamie and I are going to have a little bit of a teach to you about the heart, and then there's some work for you to do about the heart for you to do afterwards. Now Jamie already knows about the heart, but we're going to make sure that you guys all know about the heart as well. So if you look up there, we can see that the blood's pumped around the body, and it takes about 30 seconds for your blood to go around once around your body. So if I click on with my slides, now your heart, we've got two different sides to your heart, and in the diagram that we've got of the heart here, this is what's called the left side of your heart. Now I know really, you look at it, you think that's on the right side. You're just going to have to remember that when it comes to your heart, that left is right. And the left side of the heart pumps the blood that's full of oxygen all the way around to your body cells. Now, once it's in the body cells, it picks up carbon dioxide and it comes back into the right-hand side of the heart. And we call this blood, we call it oxygen rich, and this blood is oxygen poor. It's not really blue, it's just the colour that they do it on diagrams. Now, once that blood has got into your heart in the right-hand side, it then needs to get pumped up to the lungs. And it's going to get rid of that carbon dioxide and pick up some oxygen. So then we're going to have oxygen-rich blood coming out of the lungs and back in to the left-hand side of the heart. So if you imagine that you're a little blood cell, you're going out here, down to the body cells, back into the heart, out here, back up to the lungs, pick up some oxygen, back out, back into the heart, and that keeps on happening over and over again. Now for each one circuit all the way around the whole thing, it visits the heart twice, so we call it double circulation. So here we've got my not very great drawing that I've done of a heart, and you've got those four chambers of the heart. Now if you remember, this is the left side of your heart and this is the right side of your heart. And then we've got the blood coming in here, it's going down through there and then up and out through there. And then on this side again, we've got the blood coming in here, it's going down through here and then up and out through there. So this left side of the heart, this blood is headed off to the body. And the right side of the blood, this blood is headed off to the lungs. This side, it's come from the lungs into here. And this one, it's come from the body. Now this is what we just had on when we went through the slides that were just up, that we just looked at. So now we need to add on some of the names, and those of you that are doing GCSE PE or can remember from when we did this in lessons, you'll know that the top two chambers of the heart are called the atrium or the atria, and the bottom chambers of the heart are called the ventricle. So this is our left side, this is our left atrium, this is our left ventricle, this is our right atrium, and this is our right ventricle. So we've got the four chambers of the hearts on. So now we need to add on the names of the blood vessels that are going in and out of the heart. Now this one that's come from the lungs is called the pulmonary vein. Veins go into the heart, in to the heart, and coming off to the lungs. So this is coming from the lungs off to the lungs. So this one, I'll move my little bit down. This one is your pulmonary artery. And then we've got two more. This one headed off to the body is called the aorta, and coming from the body is the vena cava. The vena cava, the vena cava means the main vein. So those are the names of the four main, the two things that are leaving the heart, the arteries, A for away, going away from the heart, and the two going in, veins go in, it's got a V in it for veins, veins go into the heart. And you've got your basic structure of the heart there. Now, the other thing that I want you to try and remember about the heart is there's a set of cells inside the wall of the right atrium that control the speed of how quickly your heart beats, and it's called a pacemaker. And the pacemaker is found inside the wall of the right atrium, and it's the pacemaker that keeps your heart beating at its steady speed all of the time. So in front of you, you've now got your diagram of the heart. So if we go back and we're having a look at our body, our heart again, we've gone through the structure of our heart. So I want us to think a little bit about the heartbeat. So if we go back and we're going to have a look at the heartbeat, we should now be able to see our heartbeat and see what's happening whilst the heart is beating. So blood's going into the top and then out. It goes into those atria, down into the ventricles, and then out again, into the atria, down into the ventricles, and out again. And I think it's mesmerizing watching that, but it's showing that the blood goes into the top chambers, down into the bottom chambers, and then out of the bottom, and then out through the vessels at the top, either out through the aorta or out through the pulmonary arteries, so it can go off to the lungs. So the two atria at the top squeeze, then the ventricles squeeze, and then it leaves the heart. I'm just going to pause that for a moment. And if I stop my share, you should have me on big screen now. Now, what I want you to do, there are some activities. There's an activity on the Google document that I want you to have a go at. And then there is also some Seneca work for you to do. And the activity and the Seneca work needs to be submitted to me.